morning, everyone. It's Tremia, and today I'm going to show you how to. So here we go. Here is all the ingredients that you're going to need, and it makes a good sized pot. That's the pot that I make it in, and it makes it all the way to the top. You're going to need celery, and I usually use three stalks, and I'm going to slice it thin. And an onion, just whatever onion you get, yellow or white, it doesn't matter. And there for a bit, I had been using fresh carrots, and I was slicing it up, but that was just too much extra work, because I wish I could actually get out of having to slice these up, to make it totally easier on me. So a can of carrots, a can of corn, a can of diced tomatoes, and a can of Rotel. And you can get whatever strength you want. I would even like the milder version of this, but Dwayne always ends up getting the mild. But I've had it where they've used the hot, and I'm not like a spicy kind of person, but it's still good. This week I'm going to be using ground beef, and just a pound of ground beef. Then it has a lot of beans in it. The ranch style beans, a can of black beans, and a can of kidney beans or red beans, whatever you want to call them. And these are the beans that I choose to put in there. You definitely need the ranch style, but these, you can use whatever kind of bean that you want. Even one time, I made my own beans, got a bag of the mixed beans, and made that, and it was delicious, which I'm sure it's better for you, and you have more control over the sodium. And since I'm using ground beef this week, I'm going to be using beef broth. Now, some weeks I'll get the rotisserie chicken and tear apart the meat off of it, and I use about half the chicken, and the rest, we just eat with it as a meal. But I'm using ground beef, so it's beef broth, and if you use the chicken, of course you'd use chicken broth. And then, once you're preparing your bowl to eat your soup, you're going to be using tortilla chips on the bottom, and you're going to be topping it with, I like sharp cheddar. You can use whatever, kind of cheese that you like, but I like the sharp cheddar. It gives it a real good taste. I got my onion and my celery all chopped up, and I have it in my pot, and just with probably a tablespoon or two of olive oil, and I'm sauteing them, and I'll just cook them until they're soft. That way, I don't have to boil my soup forever to get the vegetables soft. And I also, right now, my hamburger meat was frozen, so I'm defrosting it in the microwave, and once that is ready, I'll just go ahead and put the hamburger meat directly in here with my onions and celery and cook my hamburger until brown. And the onions have got my eyes watering. Okay, I've added my ground beef, and I'm going to cook it. It's in there with the onion and the celery. If you want to season at this time, I usually add some black pepper, and I might even add a little bit of garlic to it. It's just according to what your taste is. So I'm going to let this cook and get it all. I'm going to, make sure that the hamburger meat is completely cooked through. And I'm going to be opening up all my cans while this is going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. in the sink I have my colander. So I'm going to rinse off my kidney beans. And just put everything in there at once. The black beans. I could just drain the can of corn. I don't have to rinse it off, but I do. Because I just make it all. It's easier just to have it all in one thing. And my carrots. Sorry that the camera work. Okay. And my hands are clean. But I rinse it off. Especially the beans. The beans are the main thing. The ranch style beans, you want that seasoning that's in that can. So I rinse it off. And nothing major, I just rinse it. And then take it over and I'm going to add it into my pot. So we've got that in there. Everything's going good. Okay, you can see that the soup is coming to a good full rolling boil. So now I'm just going to turn it off and just let it sit. And I probably won't make a bowl for about 30 minutes. Just let it sit and heat. Make sure those beans are heated all the way through so they're good and soft. And then we can enjoy a bowl of soup. The soup is thoroughly heated through. So now it's time to prepare the bowls of soup. And if I was going to have guests over, this is what I would use. But I don't. And this is what I use for myself. My nice little plastic bowl is just the right size, where these are honking. You get a huge serving. But it's just the right size. I've got my plastic spoon, and you can tell where this has well been microwaved many times. My bowl I am so proud of. So then what you do is I take 6 chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a serving out of here. So you put those in the bottom of your bowl, and I crunch them down. And then you top that off with your soup. And, more or less just according to how I'm feeling and how hungry I am. And since I'm trying to watch my amounts, I mean, this is really a large serving. So, you do that. I've got the tortilla chips, then soup, then you come and you cover it. I love cheese. This is probably where I go wrong, and I need to eat less cheese on here. And I cover it. And today my soup is already hot, so I'd probably just cover this and put it in the microwave to melt the cheese, probably 30 seconds or so. But majority of the time I'm getting it out of the refrigerator cold, and so I go ahead and I fix my bowl exactly like this, and I cover it and heat it at high for 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And then I wait a couple of minutes, keep it covered, and it heats it thoroughly. Hey everyone, that's how you make my Southwestern soup, Tremia style. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you guys make it. It is really delicious. I love it. I haven't had it for the past couple of days. So I'm tired now. I'm in some good amount of pain. I'm going to go eat my bowl of soup, watch me some TV, and get me some rest. I'll see you in the next video.